Okay, I'm sitting in my dentist's waiting room scrolling through my phone, and it feels like I've aged 3 years. I check the clock. 7 minutes have passed. But then I spend an entire Saturday binge watching a show, I blink, and suddenly it's Monday morning. What kind of black magic is my brain pulling here? Seems suspiciously like my brain has zero concept of actual time. But fear not, it's only science. So how does your brain actually sense time passing? And why is it so spectacularly bad at its job? But before we dive into this time-traveling mystery, if you want more mind-blowing science that'll make you question reality, hit that subscribe button right now. Your future self will thank you. Here's the thing that's gonna mess with your head. Your brain doesn't have a clock, like at all. There's no little ticking mechanism up there keeping track of seconds and minutes. Unlike your heart, which has a built-in pacemaker, your brain has no dedicated timekeeping organ. So when you're experiencing time, your brain is essentially winging it. It's making an educated guess based on random stuff happening inside your skull. So how does this guessing game actually work? Let's meet the main players. First up, we have the striatum, a part of your brain tucked deep inside that's basically acting like a sketchy timekeeper who's constantly distracted. The striatum handles motor control and habits, but it also tries to track duration. And it does this using something fascinating, dopamine. Now, dopamine is a bit of a celebrity in the neuroscience world. Everyone knows it as the feel-good chemical, the reward molecule, the thing that makes you addicted to checking your phone. But dopamine has a secret identity. It's also your brain's metronome. Think of dopamine neurons like a drummer keeping the beat. When these neurons fire in regular patterns, they create a rhythm, and your brain uses that rhythm to estimate how much time is passing. But here's where it gets weird. The speed of this internal drummer changes depending on what you're doing. When you're excited, scared, or focused, your brain dumps more dopamine into the system. More dopamine means the drummer speeds up, and when your internal drummer is racing, your brain thinks more time is passing than actually is. So that 5-minute roller coaster ride felt like it lasted forever, because your drummer was absolutely shredding. On the flip side, when you're bored in that waiting room, dopamine levels drop, the drummer slows down, your brain counts fewer beats, and boom, time drags on endlessly even though it's only been a few minutes. But wait, there's another player in this game, attention. Your attention is like a spotlight operator at a concert. Whatever that spotlight shines on, your brain notices and records. When you're doing something new and exciting, your attention spotlight is going crazy, illuminating every detail. You're noticing everything. The sounds, the smells, the colors. Your brain is recording all these moments like a camera on rapid-fire mode. And here's the kicker. When your brain records more moments, you perceive time as passing more slowly in the present. That boring meeting feels eternal because you're hyper-aware of every excruciating second. But when you look back on that meeting later, you barely remember it, because nothing interesting happened. Your brain has almost no footage to review. Now flip that around. When you're having the time of your life, your attention is fully engaged. But differently, you're in flow state, completely absorbed, and your brain stops obsessively recording every tiny detail. So in the moment, time flies by. But when you look back later, you have tons of rich memories because your brain captured all the meaningful stuff. So retrospectively, it feels like it lasted longer. This is why childhood feels like it lasted forever. But your 20s disappeared in a blink. When you're a kid, everything is new. Your brain's attention spotlight is frantically recording every novel experience. Your first day of school, learning to ride a bike, tasting ice cream for the first time. All these memories stack up, and when you look back, it feels like an eternity of experiences. But as an adult, you fall into routines. Same commute, same job, same dinner rotation. Your brain goes into autopilot and stops paying attention to mundane details. Weeks blend together because your brain barely recorded anything worth remembering. You look back at the past year and think, where did it go? It went nowhere. You just weren't paying attention. But hold on, there's one more twist. Your brain doesn't just estimate time based on dopamine rhythms and attention, it also uses something called event markers. Think of these like bookmarks in the story of your day. Every time something notable happens, you finish a task, something surprising occurs, you switch activities, your brain drops a bookmark. The more bookmarks, the longer time feels in retrospect. This is why vacation feels so long even though it flies by in the moment. You're packing in tons of novel experiences, new places, new foods, new people. So your brain is dropping bookmarks like crazy. When you get back and reminisce, you flip through all those bookmarks and think, wow, that was a packed week. But when you spend a week doing the same routine at home, your brain barely places any bookmarks, and it feels like no time passed at all. So can you hack your perception of time? Actually, yes. If you want to make your life feel longer, you need to feed your brain novelty, break your routines, try new things, pay active attention to your experiences instead of sleepwalking through them. When you engage with life instead of letting it happen on autopilot, your brain starts recording again, dropping more bookmarks, and suddenly, time expands. The irony is that being present and mindful, really paying attention to the current moment, makes time feel slower while you're living it, but richer when you remember it. You're basically getting the best of both worlds. Anyway, understanding how your brain senses time is going to cost you around 1 subscribe. And I'll just flip the screen here real quick for you.